Here in green, Leverkusen are in with a real chance now, qualifying for the final four. Limoges have only won one game so far. There's the evidence of that. Barcelona on 15 points. Aris in second, along with Pop 84 Split recovering of late. Scavolini and Maccabi and Leverkusen all on 12 points. All those teams in with a chance. Kingston on 10 and Limoges, as I've said, at the bottom on 9. Well, let's have a look at the Aris season so far. One against Kingston, that was the first game of the season. They had a bad loss in Barcelona, and then another bad loss against Leverkusen, and they weren't proving too effective away from home. Aris, and they have a lot to prove away. They won against Split at home, and that was a good victory. And that was the time that the number 7, Tony Kukoc, was injured, though. They won against Maccabi and against Limoges and against Scavolini, and that was just 1 point, and what a game that was. But what about that loss at Kingston? 2 periods of overtime, we've already made mention of that. It was an occasion long to be remembered, I can tell you. So there they are, 5 wins, 3 losses. They are unbeaten at home. The crowd has been warned every time, as far as I can see. That loss at Barcelona was a bad one, and their defence will have to work very, very hard, particularly against the big men of FC Barcelona. Just looking now at the players. Nick Gallis, number 6, scored 41 points in London. He'll need to be at his best today, though. He's a guard of some consequence, and he must set the example. He's the captain. Yanakis once again wears the number 5 vest. He'll team up with Gallis in the guard division and to take the pressure off Gallis if the team is to survive. Brad Sellers, number 15 at 2 meters and 15, has the difficult task, along with Goran Sobin, of contesting the boards at both ends with the powerful Barcelona big men of Norris, Trumbo and Ortiz. Well, the Barcelona team, cool and calm in this cauldron, continue their preparations, apparently oblivious to the deafening noise here. Let's have a look at their season, and a good win over Leverkusen to start the campaign. Then they beat Aris. That was 92-64. That was the one that I mentioned earlier. It was a very big win indeed. And they won at Split, and that was a good one to beat the reigning European champions by 4 points. It was a keenly contested match, I can tell you that. We were there and covered that. And they won against Maccabi, 89-64. It was at a difficult time for the Maccabi side with the Gulf War starting. Limoges, well, they beat them. And then they lost to Scavolini, 93-89. Most of their players were on 4 fouls or fouled out in that match. It was very tight. But I wonder whether Coach Malkovich is on his way to a 3rd gold medal in these European Championships. I wonder. Can't afford any more injuries, though. They've had Jimenez off, and San Epifanio has been off. He's back on, but Montero is injured today. And they must contain Nick Gallis without conceding the necessary fouls, that's for sure. And they've got to exploit their size advantage. They really have got some big men, and they should control the boards, but it'll be a good battle. Let's have a look at Norris. Norris, number 14, the former NBA player, is in his 4th season with the club. He can shoot from outside. He's the team's leading rebounder. He's so strong inside too. And Jose Ortiz, number 11, what a difference he's made as a forward come centre. Once he gets into position, he is devastating. Juan San Epifanio next up, number 15. He's back from injury, as I said. He gives an awesome outside shooting potential to the team. He could make the difference. Well, the crowd, as I said, are ready to greet their champions in yellow. Aris on home territory. There's their side. Leperidis, Yanakis, Gallis, Sobin and Sellers, the starting 5 for this team that is criticised away from home as not being effective at all, but at home they are yet to be defeated. So the Barcelona team didn't have quite the depth it had at the beginning of the season. Solazabal, Gonzalez, Ortiz, Estele and Norris, the starting 5. It's an unusual starter. Estele, the number 13. Roger, my Christian name. With me, David Turner. David, this should be a very, very difficult one for Aris, despite being on home territory, because Barcelona have the pedigree, don't they?
That's right. The last 3 seasons, Barcelona only lost once to Aris. In other words, they've come here in 2 of those 3 seasons and won. So Barcelona there are the team that Aris simply must beat to keep on schedule for that final 4 place in Paris.
Richardson there, the referee from the United Kingdom, administering that first foul. Stella, the newcomer to the starting five, number 13, collecting his first foul. Sobin going through, Ortiz defending him. Gallis, rebound by Ortiz again. Is that a foul on Sobin? It is. Sobin behind Ortiz gets the foul. And the big man who played for Jugoplastica, when they were known as Jugoplastica last season, they're now known as Pop 84, from Split. Got his gold medal with them. In fact, I think he's got 2 gold medals the last 2 seasons. So, Slazabal on the other side, defended by Gallis. Gonzalez up the top, defended by Sellers. Some good matchups here. Oh, Norris inside, didn't get it that time. Norris still has it. 2 points to Norris. It's 2-0 to Barcelona. And once you let the big man inside, then you are in real trouble, I can tell you that. The Greek commentary team there settling down for what promises to be an exciting game here. There's always a remarkable atmosphere in this arena, and Lazaros Lecic there, the coach to Aris, knows how important this game is, and what a big shot that was from Sobin. 2-2. And the paper coming down. Must be 1 or 2 PAOK supporters here, because those papers are white, and of course it's traditional that the PAOK supporters throw the white paper and Aris supporters throw the yellow. Ortiz is in, defended by Sobin, 2 points, and Ortiz takes the score, 4-2, Barcelona leading. Well, Gallis, very even early on. It's too early to make any predictions, I can tell you that here. Sellers defended by Gonzalez. Gonzalez has developed as a player of late, the number 9, and there's another whistle.
What we have there is an illegal screen being set by Yanakis. He doesn't like the call. He's making his point to the umpire Pesaro, but to no avail. The decision will stand.
First foul. Even though these fellas commit the fouls in front of this crowd, they dare not admit anything. So, Slazabal, defended by Gallis. Gallis trying to keep him out. Let's look at the big men. Ortiz is out looking to get inside. Forced out there. Well played. Oh, beautifully. And that was good defence by Liparidis, the number 4. And well played by Liparidis. He caused that problem. Yanakis brings it away. Gallis, is he in? There's a foul before the shot was taken, that's for sure. I think it's on Slazabal, the number 7. It's his first foul. And Alan Richardson says no basket. He's absolutely right, because it all happened before the shot went up.
That's right, the bump there took place before Nick Gallis started his shooting action. Sideline ball for Aris.
So Sellers taking the ball, 4-2 the score. Favour of Barcelona, and incidentally Sellers getting in the way of Yanakis there, setting a screen, attempting to form a barrier for Yanakis to move around, but got in the way. Sellers inside. And there was no other rebound power in there, and the signs look good for Barcelona. Getting inside, Ortiz is inside, and Sellers can do nothing. Ortiz 4 points, 6-2. Barcelona were leading. We're in the 3rd minute of the first half.
It's interesting, the last few weeks Barcelona have had a lot of injury problems, and what has happened, Coach Malkovich has had to turn to the youngsters, and so that's why we see Gonzalez and Estrella in the starting 5.
Got a foul there. And it's on number 7, and that's Slazabal. It's his 2nd foul, and that was Gallis who was fouled. There you've got the scenes. 2 points given. Listen to this crowd. Slazabal, incidentally, as I said, on 2 fouls. Aris forever in the background. There's a British flag there as well. Good to see a few British supporters here. Slazabal. Gallis tries to slow him down. Norris very slow to get down, but then his team have the ball. Look at that, trying to get Norris inside, off balance. Oh, and he was off balance. Estella just recovered it and gets inside himself. Oh, what a lovely little roll. David, that looked like travelling, surely.
I think you could be right. Looked like a 3-count movement, but to no avail. But anyway, we have a foul at the other end of the floor.
It's on Ortiz, it's his first, and Gallis will go to the line. What an atmosphere in this stadium at the Palais de Sport. 5,500 here. It's always a joy to come to this stadium. So much happens. So, Gallis on the free throw line. Nick Gallis, 2 points to his credit so far. Whoa. Difficult to concentrate, I would think, with this noise, but then he's used to it. 3 points to his credit now. You can see the little caption. Gallis on 4 points. It's 6-all now, and Slazabal bringing the ball in, getting something less than encouragement from this local crowd. Salazabal. Now, what was that, David?
That's an illegal screen being called at the other end, this time going against Ortiz. He stepped across at the last moment, and there's Alan Richardson clearly indicating an offensive foul. Ball back to Aris from the sideline.
So, second foul. The commentators from several countries here covering this. Yanakis moves down as Gallis brings it in. Getting a look at all the commentary teams. Almost all of them. Gallis, defended by Salazabal. Oh, Liparidis is inside. That was beautiful move by Liparidis. 8-6. Aris lead. We're in the 4th minute of the first half. Look at the way he went in there past Gonzalez. Super stuff.
That's a great play there by Liparidis. At any rate, you always run the risk that Barcelona big players may pick up fouls whenever you penetrate.
Salazabal and Gallis trying to tie him down. Liparidis marking Norris, and that's the shot that matters. Salazabal, it's a three-pointer. It's 9-8, Barcelona leading. Oof. A useful player is Salazabal. We still haven't got San Epifanio out on the court, of course. He has been injured. He was injured in the Scavolini game when most of the Barcelona players were fouled. 10-9 with that Yanakis two-pointer. 10-9 Barcelona in the lead. Just Norris inside. He'll draw a few fouls, surely, if he gets that up. Didn't. Well, that's surprising. Nothing called. Gallis. Salazabal trying to stop him in. Ortiz fell back, and there was no way through for Gallis. The crowd applauding the general, so to speak. He's the man establishing the rhythm of the play. Little pass and a cut movement. Liparidis is out on top now. And Gallis, oh, he's hit another 6 points. It's 12-9. Aris leading now. Well, the tables have turned. And number 13 is Estella. I haven't seen too much of him, the youngster, and there's a foul. It's against Gonzalez. Actually, in previous matches, Gonzalez has picked up several fouls early on in matches and has been substituted on and off. He's only a youngster, but he is playing well, and they're bringing him along beautifully this season. A face for the future, certainly, as far as the Spanish international team is concerned.
That's right. I think Coach Malkovich, I think it's been his policy. Remember with Hugo Plastica, he brought along a lot of youngsters, and now he's doing the same at FC Barcelona, albeit perhaps through injury being forced upon him.
So Gallis. Salazabal defending him. Ortiz trying to stop the Yanakis shot. That was good play by Ortiz. Not good enough, though. It's a three-pointer from Yanakis. Yanakis was forced so far out that he hit the three-pointer. 15-9, Aris lead. This is a good start. A substitution coming up now, as you can see, on the Barcelona bench.
Yeah, there we have umpire Pesaro confirming with the commissioner Bernard Gallet from Switzerland. He's indicating number 9, and I believe that's a confirmation of the previous offensive foul which went down against Lizard Gonzalez.
Well, the administration complete. The referee is just waiting till everything is there. That was the three-pointer from Yanakis, right over the top of Ortiz. And Ortiz is a very big man, 205, 2 meters and 5. And Salazabal and Ortiz gets it in the centre. He's tied down by Sobin, and the drums beating up a tempo for the shot, and it works. Salazabal, second three-pointer. He enjoys this pressure to Salazabal. 15-12 to Aris. We're in the 6th minute of the first half. Well, Aris certainly having a better start than the start they had against Kingston in London. It was a terrible start there. It took hours to score their second basket.
That's right, they were 1 from 10 in those first few minutes, and I think at the end that's really what cost them the game.
Well, that was tipped away there by Ortiz. Good play by Ortiz after the ball had struck the ring. He was well entitled to go in and take that ball. And Jose Galilei is on, wearing number 5. Haven't seen him before for Barcelona. Long shot. Oh, look at that. There was no one there. That was sloppy play by Sobin. Norris 4 points, 15-14. Aris leading, 7th minute.
If you're going to do well against Barcelona, you've got to get your defensive rebounds. That means you've got to block out. Aris did not do that. They got punished.
And Norris again gets that rebound, initiates the break. Galilei is on the way. Oh, that's another long shot, and you see the Spaniards taking the longer shots because they're getting the rebounds. They're getting the second phase possession. There's a foul there. Galilei it is, and it'll be no basket, although Yanakis put it in. It'll be sideline. It's his first foul, and Alan Richardson, the referee, administering that quickly and precisely. And Brad Sellers from Ohio State University, former Chicago Bull. So bin. Yanakis, and Galilee, is he? He's given. Now, what's that?
Travelling violation has been called against Yanakis. In other words, there was a change of the pivot foot before the ball was released.
Brave call, although it was a good call. Well, the encouragement now being screamed down from 5,500 fans, and we've got another. It's a referee's timeout there, David.
Yes, what you have is one of the team followers. Actually, it's Carlos Baguet. He used to be an international referee. He has gone across to the table, and of course, he's not supposed to do that when the game is in progress.
Now, isn't there a yellow line down there now this season?
That's right. The line is drawn 5 meters from the centre line. Nobody can step across that during the game.
Well, Alan Richardson in control here. 13 minutes and 12 seconds left in this first half. 15-14. Aris leading. Aris in the yellow strip. If you've just joined us, Ortiz. If you let Ortiz get that close inside, well, he's so difficult. It's a 7-0 spurt of scoring for Barcelona. Ortiz on 6 points. It's 16-15. We're in the 8th minute of the first half. Barcelona leading. Liparides out on top now. Look at Norris and Gonzalez tucked around Sellers. Sellers has to come out to receive it. Gallis is inside. Actually, having seen Gallis score his 8th point, they are keeping him reasonably quiet. I have to say that.
What they have is they've got Solazabal, who is left-handed, defending against him. And you know, Gallis always likes to go to his right. So if we're going to defend him, it's better to try and find a left-handed player.
Galilee out on top, playing quite nicely. Being blooded here. There's a real big battle in the middle. Ortiz gets onto 8 points. It's 18-17. Barcelona leading. 12:20 to go then in this first half. We're joining the first half now in the 14th minute. Aris 30, Barcelona 33. Aris in yellow. And Yanakis in with possession. Gallis number 6, the big prolific scorer, Europe's top scorer. Oh, and a steal there. Sally Epifanio's on court now, and he's made his presence felt. 35-30, Barcelona leading. San Epifanio limped his way into the basket. I just sensed a limp there, and he has just come onto the court. He was injured against Scavolini, and he's got the ball again. Doesn't seem as mobile as he could be, and he's limping, I'm sure.
That's right, he doesn't look fully recovered to me. He can still shoot over from the outside.
Well, we started the programme by saying he adds that outside shooting dimension, and my goodness, he's on 7 points already. That was a 3-pointer. There's 5 minutes and 59 seconds left. Barcelona are leading by 8, 38-30. Sellers down in the corner, tucked in. No, is there any way through? There is, but there's a travelling violation. He changed his pivot foot. It won't count. A cancelled basket. And Sellers had to violate there to get into the basket, really, to change direction. So, Galilee. Gallis stopping him on the top. Trumbo's on now, the big number 8 for Barcelona. What an interesting team they've got, an in-depth team to bring Trumbo on. And well, you say that Norris is effective inside. Look at that. Over the top of the defenders, 8 points to him, 10 points they're up now, 40-30, and Barcelona leading with 5 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Really, it's the strength of the big men of Barcelona that makes them so effective. No other team in Europe can contain them on the boards.
Well, we're still in the first half of this marvellous European match. Week 9 of the European Championship, and Gallis beautifully in, a little turn to the right. A lovely little jump shot brings his team to within 8. Barcelona leading with 4:56 to go in the first half. Gallis on 16 points, and he's beginning to put a score together. He was kept quiet for some considerable time, and now he's starting to open out a little bit. Sellers defending Audi Norris on the far side. San Epifanio, Norris. Oh, Norris has taken it. Little roll off the backboard, and Norris moves on to 10. It's 42-32, 4.5 minutes to go in this first half, and there is the confirmation. We've got a timeout.
Some things will always stand the test of time. Russell Athletic. Over and over and over again, They prove to be all-time American greats. Designs may alter, colors change, but underneath it's still the very same Russell. Made in the USA. The same high-quality, authentic sports clothing it's always been. Get the feel of it.
US college basketball, the pick of the Pac-10 games. Join us Monday night at 8, 7 UK on EuroSport in association with EsoStar, the fast-acting isotonic thirst quencher. The most popular game in the world, football. Analyzed by the most popular player in the world, Pelé. The third in this fascinating 12-part series can be enjoyed tonight at 9:30, 8:30 UK on EuroSport.
You join us as the second half is just underway. We're still in the first minute, as you see. 55-41 the score. The half-time score, incidentally, was 55-39 to Barcelona. And so Aris with a great deal to do to pull back the favourites for the European title. Sellers looking for that rebound, getting it eventually. It's his first point of this match. He didn't score in the first half. Gallis scored 18 in the first half. Yanakis 13 for Aris. Ortiz 17 and Salazabal 11 for Barcelona. Sobin and Angelidis are on 3 fouls for Aris in that first half. Galilei, Salazabal and Epifanio on 3 for Barcelona. That's the foul situation brought up today. Oh, well blocked by Sellers there. Gallis on the break now, and San Epifanio gets in the way, tries to defend him, doesn't matter. Gallis moves on to 22 points, 55-45, Barcelona leading, 18:45 to go in this match, and the crowd sense their team coming back. Galilei, Jose Galilei, number 5. And there's a foul, and is it against Gallis? Is it against Gallis? And it is against Gallis. It's his second foul, and that's unusual. Well, Nick Gallis, originally from New York, of course, been taken on board by the Greeks, and particularly by this side. Let's have a look at this. Let's see whether there was contact. Well, actually, Alan Richardson's playing a high post position there, and that's quite an interesting call, isn't it? I wonder what he's doing there. When he sees this tape, I'm sure he'll have a chuckle. Well, the crowd certainly beating the drums now. 10 points the advantage to Barcelona. Epi in, and Epi is limping, and I wonder whether it's wise to keep him out there. Gallis, Galilei defending him, Norris picking him up. Yanakis going in, Liparidis is in. Oh, and Norris the block. Oh, and Yanakis finishes it off. 15 points to the Yanakis, 55-47, Barcelona lead, but 8 points on the trot now to Aris.
They've certainly begun this second half well. They've got to keep the momentum going, and this crowd is certainly going to help them. They've also got to play good defense too.
Galilei and Norris playing on the top, marked by Liparidis. Gonzalez has the ball now. Norris looking to turn in. There's a foul there. Is that against Liparidis? It is indeed. And that's another foul against Vasily Liparidis, the 23-year-old forward. Second foul. His 4th season with Aris, member of the Greek national team, solid player, really much depended on in the rebound department, versatile and athletic. Now, Galilei being given an awful lot of time to play, nothing called there. Salazabal. Oh, nice, that's Ortiz. When Ortiz gets in, and I've said several times, you can't stop him. 19 points, 57-47, Barcelona leading, 17:45 to go in this match. And Aris, remember, losing in London last week, desperately need to win this one, and look what Norris did to Nick Gallis. Salazabal goes all the way. What a marvellous little piece of play. 13 points to Salazabal, 59-47, Barcelona leading. Good response from Nick Gallis. Well, Barcelona are so strong and have got so much depth, and now we've got a wide spread of players scoring, and that defensively makes or sets a lot of questions for of the Aris team. Oh, good block away by Sellers. Was it on the way down? Is that interference?
That's right. 2 points have been awarded. The referees have adjudged that the ball was on the way down, above the basket, still had a chance to go in. Interference.
I'll see if we can see the flight of the ball here. Yes, it's right. It was on the way down. Absolutely right. We're now joined the match in the 18th minute, and Barcelona leading 101-88, and Aris in desperate trouble for the second week running. So the big scoring machine, Nick Gallis, putting a couple in there, but his team have got an awful long way to come back now in the final stages of this match against the team that many said at the beginning had the depth to win this European title. And if Aris do lose here, then it'll be the first time that they've lost at home this season. Yanakis, followed by Trumbo. 2 to Yanakis, 17 in total, 101-90 the score. And Barcelona are leading now. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left, 101-90. Well, that's the scene. Norris inside. Sellers has had real problems against these Barcelona big men. Trumbo out there as well on the other side, and Ortiz, Norris and Trumbo were all there in that situation. Ortiz, 32 points, 1:58 to go, 103-90 the score, Barcelona leading, and Aris on their way to defeat here. Sellers walking round Trumbo, has terrible trouble with Norris. He just can't get past Norris. Now, is that 2 points? I think it was.
That's right, the foul took place when it is in the act of shooting. That's 2 points, 1 free throw to come.
3 fouls there against Audi Norris. The big number 14 to the left of your picture. What a good game he's had. What a good game Ortiz has had. Ortiz didn't play in the early games, not for any length of time, I must say, but Coach Malkovich has brought him in. He's trained hard. 23 points to Sellers here, so he's had quite a run of points in that latter part of the second half. Well, lots of pressure on a full court press here from the Aris side, and the lights have gone out. Believe me, the lights have gone out, and the signs you saw, or the scenes you saw, were of lighters being lit. The emergency lighting's come on with 1 minute and 50 seconds to go, with Aris trailing behind the favourites for the European Cup. The crowd are enjoying it. What will the referees do? A little bit of impromptu practice in the darkness. It's 103-93. What will they do? Well, I can tell you we're still in the 20th minute of the game. 45 minutes have lapsed between the time the lights went off and coming on again. And during that time, the crowd has gone. They think that the game is to be replayed in the next 48 hours. That's not so. The referees have restarted it. The score will be continued, and this is the quietest I've ever known it in this stadium, the Palais de Sport in Thessaloniki. You can actually hear the players talking to each other. Trumbo, 2 points. So what an extraordinary situation. Well, Barcelona clearly going to take this game, and it's a strange, eerie silence in this stadium. Only the television cameras remain. 5,500 Greek fans have gone home. Well, someone must have told them that it was a game to be replayed, or they would have stayed. Trumbo on 8 points. It's 110-93 now, the score. Trumbo takes the rebound now. He'll hold it now because there's no need. There's the buzzer, and that's it. Barcelona have won 110-93. Strange scenes here, and eerie silence. We're going to take a break now. Don't go away. After the break, Maccabi versus Scavolini.
Fujifilm Super Tennis. Sweden's superstar Stefan Edberg takes on Yugoslavia's #1 Goran Ivanisevic. Two of the game's greatest players slug it out in Dusseldorf tonight at 7:30, 6:30 UK on EuroSport in association with Fujifilm.
Test your knowledge of the world's greatest game in the Great Football Trivia Quiz. Call now and you could win a World Cup video or £100 in cash. The Great Football Trivia Quiz. 0839 446666. That's 0839 446666.
I'd like to personally congratulate and compliment EuroSport for what they're doing, because it brings a totally new element to Formula 1 motor racing.
EuroSport is back on pole position for the 1991 Formula 1 season. Come with us behind the scenes of the most glamorous sports circus in the world. Every practice and qualifying session, an And of course, every race live, starting in Phoenix on March the 10th.
What an amazing piece of driving.
Formula One on Europe's #1. EuroSport leading the way with the winning team of Canon, Champion Spark Plugs, and Longines. This is March on EuroSport. Wrestling, the incredible Royal Rumble, a ring full of stars from the WWF battle it out as you've never seen them before. Cycling in March, the season begins and EuroSport joins the cyclists in Belgium. Tennis in March, the Davis Cup live on EuroSport, plus the Virginia Slims from the USA. Athletics in March, and EuroSport will be live in Seville every day for the World Indoor Championships, featuring athletes from around the globe battling for supremacy in this prestigious event. Figure skating in March, EuroSport goes live to Munich as the top skaters gather for the World Championships. And EuroSport saddles up in March. Go down to the showdown at the Hoedown, Rodeo's national finals. Make no mistake, this is March on EuroSport.
Welcome back to EuroSport, to Brussels in fact, for our second feature game of the day between Maccabi Elite from Tel Aviv and Scavolini from Italy. Well, let's have a look at the league standings so far, just to update you as the Israeli crowd have a chance to celebrate just for a moment. There you've got it, Barcelona 15 points ahead of Aris and Split. Scavolini and Maccabi both on 12, so whichever one wins on this occasion will go ahead of the other. Leverkusen also on 12 points, Kingston 10 and Limoges on 9. First game against Limoges, in fact it was in Tel Aviv, that was a good win for the Israelis. They lost to Scavolini there, 98-86, won versus Kingston and lost, as most teams have done, against Barcelona. They lost at Aris, that was the rearranged game because of the Gulf War, won at Split and lost at Leverkusen, won at Limoges. So mixed fortunes. An inconsistent form, I guess, no home advantage, that's clear. They have got a good fast break and a good outside attack coming from Jamshid, the number 12. Maccabi have traditionally been a fast break side. Can they do it here? Let's have a look at the profiles of this team. Let's have a look at Doran Jamshid, the number 12. He's captain, 6 seasons with the side, the Israeli international. He's fast, a very effective shooter indeed. Take a look at that face, we'll see a lot of that. And then Levon Mercer, number 8, is a former NBA player. He's big, he's powerful, he's effective inside. He's a superb rebounder, an experienced Israeli international too. Well, there are signs that this team is improving, but they're up against some opposition tonight. Scavolini, very good Italian side. They lost at Split. They won against this Maccabi side at the beginning of the season. It was a difficult game. They won against Limoges and Leverkusen. They lost to Kingston. That was a very lackluster performance by Scavolini, and they were embarrassed more than anything to lose that game. They won against Barcelona, and that was the only victory of any team against Barcelona this season. What a credit to them. They lost against Aris, of course, by 1 point. The score tells the story. And then they lost against Split by 1 point last week. So mixed fortunes for Sergio Scariolo, the coach too. Lost their last 2 games by 1 point. That just underlines that fact. They beat Maccabi 98-86 in a very bad temper. There were 2 disqualifications in that match and not one to be repeated. Well, I wonder whether they can win the rebounding battle and stop the Maccabi fast break. I wonder. Let's have a look at the Scavolini players. There's Darren Day, number 9, another former NBA player. Superb offensive technique and a focus of the team, one of the focuses of the team. Well, Walter Magnifico, number 6, is back from injury. He had remarkable vision in every game we've seen him so far. He's very useful in the forward and centre role. An Italian international, of course. Well, the game ready to get underway. Let's have a look at the team list for Maccabi. Henfield, he's got American experience. Monty Danielle, Levon Mercer, Willie Sims, he'll be useful. Chen Lippin, Doran Jamshid, and Royal, number 15. We haven't seen too much of him. He's a new comer to the side. Scavolini, we've seen a little bit of them this season. It is a very good in-depth side when it plays well. Let's have a look. Gracis, the number 5, superb guard. Magnifico, we've already mentioned. Boni at number 7, and Costa, number 14. Two big men who will need to have to work hard inside. Darren Day, we've mentioned. Zampolini, number 12. He's the deputy captain or the vice captain of this side. Very experienced at 33 years old. It's a good team, and let's see now as we join the start of the second half. The half-time score 48-45 with Pesaro, Scavolini in the lead and wearing the red strip. This is Gracis out on the top, and that looks like Costa inside. Von Mercer, the rebound. And Chen Lipin, I think, the number 10, bringing the ball down into the corner. David Turner, as Lavon Mercer goes in and stuffs that one. 48-47 for Scavolini. Maccabi have had their problems. Mercer moves on to 12, incidentally. Maccabi have had their problems, and this Brussels venue, which is a neutral venue that's been selected for them by FIBA, I understand, is the nearest thing, I suppose, they can get to a home court.
Well, basically all their remaining home games will be played in Brussels. That is, as long as the Gulf War continues.
So we've got Cook. Oh, nice shot from Cook. 6 points to him. 50-47. Scavolini leading, and the play being called there by the number 10, Chen Lipin. Coach Zvishev, former player with the junior team as far back as 1964, at the age of 13, is the coach. Jamshi, 26 points. 50-49. Scavolini leading. Well, Jamshi, some player. Cook, cool and calm. Day goes down, receives it. He's defended very closely by Motti Daniel over on the far side. Daniel very close, and was that illegal defence? It was indeed, and that may well count those 2 points. He might well get a bonus from that. Yes, it is.
That's right, clearly signalled by the umpire Fajardo. The 2 points are given, 1 free throw to come.
So, Darren Day, 2 meters tall, former player with the Washington Bullets and the Boston Celtics. He's been around, certainly, and my goodness, we've seen some class play from him. And when it came to London, we saw some lacklustre play too from both him and Cook. 52-49, Scavolini, Day on 8. Oh, and that was a superb movement by Doran Jamshi down the baseline. Mercer lumbering back. Jamshi, 28 points.
Jamshi has such a superb first half. He had 21 points, 8 from 13 shooting, and the second half he started the same way.
Well, it is nice to see the Israeli supporters being able to support their team. Not as many as they would have if they were at home, of course. That was Cook's point, or points. He moves on to 8, 54-51. Scavolini leading. And if you've just joined us, this is the second half. Now, once again, we've got Cook. Oh, and that was Lipin. And was that Lipin's foul?
Well, the referee there has given an offensive foul. He's given a charging foul there. Let's have a look again. It looked as if number 10 was standing there.
Well, if that's the case, then that was a good call. Cook just asking why and not getting the answer he wants either. So this is Royal out on the top, and this is Jamshi again. And Jamshi, we said, he was a useful shooter. Well, that's a three-pointer. 30 points to him, 54 points each. And this is a useful play by Maccabi, and good response by Cook. 10 points to him. And I must say that the Israeli bench, very anxious indeed. So there you've got it. Scavolini by 2 at the moment in this second half. Chen Lipin out on top. Jamshi looking for the ball, getting it. Oh, that's another long shot indeed. 3 points. It's 57-56. 3 more for Jamshi. 57-56. Maccabi leading Scavolini. The second half. And Day and Cook, that's Costa, doing battle in the middle with the big man, Lavon Mercer. Oh, lovely little roll in there by Costa. 58-57. And Costa, at number 14, played so well when Walter Magnifico was injured. He really took the centre role and played it well.
Well, Costa is such a good player. He's a big player, and he's very, very good inside.
So, rebound there by number 5, Gracis. Gracis, who played particularly well the last time we saw him. And there's Cook inside. Oh, he missed it. And big Mercer gets it. It's not Mercer, in fact, it's Royal. Donald Royal, the 24-year-old forward from Notre Dame. And that was adjudged the foul.
That's right, Stuart. Shot is taken by Darwin Cook. He misses. Rebound is taken by Royal. Cook comes over the back, grabs the arm, and a foul is called against him.
Actually, Royal, in a sense, drew that by turning away. Chen Lippin brings the ball in. So, that's Royal out on top. Jamshi here. Levon Mercer defended by Costa. What a good matchup that is. The two big fellas. A lot. Look at that for a fade away. That was good defence by Costa, actually, forcing that shot away. Cook and Day going in. Oh, and that's blocked out by Mercer. Big powerhouse, towered over his opponent. Jamshi again. Well, Jamshi's a dominant force here, that's for sure. Looking for the foul to be called, not getting it at all. So, Chen Lippin slows it down. Point guard in his 8th season with Maccabi is Lippin. Number 5 is Modi Daniel. We've seen a lot of him in the past in the old Maccabi side. Royal takes the shot. Rebounded by Day. Well, Day took it out of the hands of Costa. Oh, nice little play. What a lovely assist from Day to Cook, and the American duo doing their job. 12 points to Cook, 60-57. Scavolini leading, 14 minutes and 41 seconds left.
As we see the replay, we realise what a great cut, great timing there by Cook.
It certainly was. And there's coach Sergio Scariolo, pensive for the moment. He's had some real battles, lost the last 2 games by 1, remember, and that could make the difference between getting to the Final Four and not.
And also last weekend they lost by 3 points in Milan against Phillips, and right now they're in the bottom half of the Italian First Division.
It's very, very difficult to believe that, but it's true. Now, Cook. Defended by Lippin on the top, number 10. Look at that matchup, a lovely little movement there by Grachis, looking for the shot, but no rebound power in there at all. That was Boni, or was it Costa? Costa inside. Didn't get it. Oh, and Royal! What a devastating drive to the basket that was. 9 points to him, but the manner of the execution has to be applauded.
Let's have a look at this again. Great drive, no defense, that doesn't take anything away. Great 2 points there from Royal.
Oh, cooking again. Now Costa, can he get inside? Yes, he can. Oh, beautifully in over Mercer. Costa gets 2 points. It's 62-59. Scavolini leading. Well, it's a good game, this. Very tight. It's our first chance this season to have a word with the Maccabi side. They are in good shape, despite the circumstances in which they play in Brussels. Grachis takes the rebound. Cook brings it away. Day's free on this side. Gets it. And gets 2 points. Day moves on to 10. 64-59 to Scavolini. And there's just the slightest little gap opening up now. And the danger signals must be ringing on the bench of the Maccabi Elite Tel Aviv. Oh, Jamshi in beautifully under the backboard there, and that's blocked away. And this is Darren Day. Darren Day, that long pass into Grachis, and Grachis, a lovely little layup, and there was nothing that Modi Daniel could do about it. A 6-0 surge for Scavolini in the last minute, and it's 66-59 now. The Italian team leading. So Chen Lippin defended by Cook. No way in at the moment. Costa marking the centre space. Oh, almost a superb move, Royal. Well, he's very athletic, is Royal, but there's a foul, and I think that could be against Walter Magnifico. Let's have a look and see if it was. It looked to me as though it was against Magnifico. Has he given it against another player? Has it been against 14? Is it Costa?
I think in actual fact it's gone against number 14 Costa because of the contact with the body.
It certainly looked to me as though they both made contact, but Magnifico was first. There's the substitution. Boni coming on and Costa going off. Boni's been playing well of late, 2 meters and 4, Italian international. In fact, he was the one that was disqualified for fighting in the last time these two teams played in Pesaro.
And the reason it's gone to the sideline is because the ball had already been released from the shot when the foul took place. It means there was no longer team control, sideline ball. Correct decision.
So Royal on the side, pops it in and looks for an opportunity to get close. Is that Willie Sims on the far side? I think it is. Willie Sims. Sims, one of the Americans. And in we go for Royal's shot from this side. Oh, good rebound by Levon Mercer, and he hits 2. 14 points to him. 66-61. Scavolini leading. And well, One or two pensive looks on the faces of Israeli supporters who've made the journey here. Once again, beautifully taken. Sims on the far side. Lipin. Royals in, and Royals not afraid to go in, is he? 11 points, 66-63, Scavolini leading. And we'll take a break. Join us shortly. Driving by Guy Goods, the number 6, the 19-year-old, the newcomer to the side. Well, he's got bonus potential here. And he gets it, he makes it 3. Well, that's useful, 87-85, Scavolini, but only by 2. The pressure on, Goods putting pressure now on Cook. Now, what will happen here? The clock counting down. Aris out on the top. Maccabi's crowd chanting, they believe their team have got a chance here. Cook is so cool, isn't he? And there's a foul. It's Henfield's foul on Magnifico, the number 6. And Henfield gives Magnifico the luxury of 1-on-1. So we're beyond the 17 foul situation.
That's right, Stuart. That's Henfield's 5th foul. Of course, he did pick up those 3 fouls in the first 3.5 minutes of the game, and really he's paid the price for that. He's not been effective offensively.
Well, I wonder whether this Scavolini side can hold on here. Magnifico, the captain, the Italian centre, on the free throw line. Percentages mean naught at this stage of the game, I can tell you, except that that one free throw gives Scavolini just that extra buffer of 3 points.
Takes his personal total to 23 points. Whenever Magnifico plays well, so does Scavolini. He's such a vital part of this team.
So Magnifico 24 points, 89-85, Scavolini leading. Clock ticking away now. Now, can Maccabi get in deep inside to make the high percentage shot? Oh, and that was Goods, almost got it, but Cook reads the game so well.
Good defensive play, still 14 seconds remaining on the 30-second clock.
Well, substitution here, Goods leaving, the youngster. Disappointed with himself, having that ball stolen away from him here. Number 5 is Moti Daniel, near side. And that's once again Royal inside, and the rebound taken by Costa, and that was a very valuable rebound indeed, and Cook brings it down. Defended by Chen Lipin. Look at Costa trying to set the screen and moving all the way down the court. Zvishev knows that his team's in a little bit of bother now as the clock ebbs away.
And there we have a foul by number 10, Lipin. A timeout has been requested.
Well, timeout completed. Come back to the free throw line, and it's Cook on that line. And Goods there still regretting the move he made earlier where the ball was stolen. 89-85 then. Scavolini leading 90-85. So it's a 5-point advantage to the Italian side. Zvishev, the Israeli coach, looking somewhat despondent at this time as Cook makes it 91-85. Well, they'll try and get this ball down quickly to make an offense. And Chen Lipin looking to get the shot in. And the rebound power of the Italians quite strong, but once again Jamshi has it. Jamshi, lovely fade shot. And Costa eventually gets the rebound. Day, Gracchi, 20 seconds left on the clock. Gracchi is just running the ball round. Lovely little movement inside today. Day goes to 17 points. It's 93-85. Scavolini in the lead. And memories of the last 2 weeks fading away here. 2 points to a Royal. He moves on to 15 points. That's it. It's 93-87. Scavolini have won. And a sigh of relief on the Italian bench, I can tell you. They've lost the last 2 games by 1 point. And they've won this one in Brussels against Maccabi Elite Tel Aviv. Good performance by Scavolini. Well, there you've got it, the second of our games tonight. Let's have a look at the overall results so far this week. It's been an interesting week as we get into week 9 of the 14 weeks overall. Let's have a look at the first game. Over to you, David.
Right, the first game we pick up here is Pop 84 in yellow against Kingston from England. Remember, the first time these two teams met in London, Kingston lost, but only in overtime. In the Gripper Stadium, 3,000 spectators saw the English team tie in the first half, and at half-time the score was 42 each. For the English side, Alan Cunningham was the top scorer with 21 points and Martin Clark with 13. For the Yugoslavs, Naglic had 19 points, Parasovic 20 and Kukoc 23. They join the game now with just 40 seconds left. Clearly, Pop 84 are well in the lead. Tony Kukoc then the game's top scorer with 23 points. So Pop 84 then are really playing well. A long-range shot from Trevor Gordon, 3 points for him. Remember too, last week Pop 84 had an excellent win in Pesaro. They beat Scavolini by just 1 point. And the fact that they've now won 3 games away makes them very strong favourites to reach the Final Four in Paris. Pop 84 are the defending champions. In fact, they've won the European Cup for the last 2 years, and although they've changed the team, they're very much on the way to doing extremely well this season. Final stages now, shot inside there, and the final score, Pop 84 91, Kingston 72. In the next game we're going to see, we're over to the Wilhelm de Platke Halle in Leverkusen. Leverkusen in white take on the French champions in green, Limoges. Limoges, remember, at the bottom of the table, only 1 win out of 8 games. Christian Velp, number 9, going inside there for 2 points. Leverkusen have an excellent season in the European Cup. They've won 4 games, they've lost 4 games. They're excellently placed to make that Final Four in Paris. At half-time, they led by 12 points. They were always in command. They had a good game from Christian Velp, the 2 Americans, Wheeler and Kennard Johnson. Altogether, they were just well too strong for the Limoges team. And Limoges right now have no chance of making the Final Four. Just the final stages of the game then. Really, nobody even contesting the rebounds there. Everyone knows that this game is over. Leverkusen 1-1-2, Limoges 1-0-1.
Well, let's have a look at the results overall for this week. There you've got it, the 1-1-2-1-0-1 Limoges Leverkusen game. Aris losing to Barcelona at home, their first home defeat. Maccabi defeated by Scavolini, and of course Split, the reigning champions, back in form, beating Kingston 91-72. Those are the overall results for this week. Let's have a look at the standings. Barcelona 17 points, 2 points ahead now. Split in second place, clearly back in business. Aris, Scavolini and Leverkusen on 14 points. Maccabi on 13, Kingston on 11 and Limoges on 10. So, Aris still in with a chance, but remember they've got a lot of away games to go. Scavolini and Leverkusen still in there as well. Well, let's come back now to our competition. Remember the Russell Athletic competition we've been engaged in over the last few weeks. Well, let's have a look at the questions once again. Question 1, in what order do the sports appear in the Russell Athletic commercial? A, is it football or basketball? B, basketball or football? 2, whose basket won the Kingston versus Aris game after 2 periods of overtime? There we go. On question 3, how long ago was Russell Athletic founded in the United States? Was it A, was it B, or was it C? Entries to be in by March the 6th. And here's the address to write to. Postcards only, please. Russell Athletic Competition, EuroSport, Post Office Box 15110, 1001 MC, Amsterdam in the Netherlands. Name and address and answers on the left-hand side of the postcard, please. Write in block capitals, and I wish you luck. Well, there are some of our winners so far. The Bateman brothers from Bristol, C. Taylor from the West Midlands in England, all going for the top prize Russell Athletic jogging suit. R. Ratcliffe from Derby, and F. Peters from Odor in Holland. Well, I hope you enjoyed our 2 games tonight. Changed the format just a little, just to give you a look at Maccabi Tel Aviv, Aris versus Barcelona, Scavolini versus Maccabi. In 2 weeks' time on EuroSport, you can see Barcelona versus Split. From David Turner and myself, Stuart Story, goodbye.
Thanks, Stuart. Now looking at the rest of the lineup on